Hey guys, welcome back to Spyro Reignited Trilogy. So we are going to tackle Blowhard, the boss of the Magic Crafters area. I'm already dreading it because I read that after this there's a trophy for flaming 4 more fairies in a flight stage, which means we're gonna go flame 4 more fairies in that crystal flight stage. There's also one for getting 400 gems in the Blowhard stage. I don't know why that would be difficult, but we'll see. We're gonna see. I wish they wouldn't put you all the way back in the beginning and actually let you start at the same exact place which you saved. Alright, so Blowhard. Let Spyro flap his wings a little. So there's no trophy for this guy, but apparently there is a skill point, I think, for getting it perfect. So we're gonna try to do this in one try without losing or getting hit. So I played the Resident Evil 2 demo. It was pretty interesting. It wasn't the greatest of demos, but there was a lot that it didn't get done. There was a lot that it didn't get to do because of the time limit. I hate that they give you that time limit, because I thought it got in 30 minutes. But no, then I watched some other YouTube player play it all the way through to the end, and there were a lot of rooms I didn't get into. Like there were even some floors, entire floors that I didn't get to explore. I wish they'd given you like a 40-minute time limit, because those 10 minutes could have made the real difference between getting to see just some of the rooms and actually getting to explore all of the rooms. I mean, when he was playing it, the demo was going on so long that I thought we were gonna get a glimpse of Mr. X. But no, that didn't happen. They're saving him for the main game. We got the trailer though, so was nice to see Hunk and Tofu again. I didn't think they were gonna include them this early on. They actually did. So you got to see just a little tiny glimpse of them, which was nice. Hunk looks kind of weird. I always can't get over seeing how different he looks in the original PS2 version versus the model that they've used ever since in the Mercenaries games, where his mask just looks completely different from the RE2 mask. But Tofu looked pretty much the same, only with higher graphics. Altair.
Thanks for releasing me, Spyro. You have no idea how long I've been trapped in Crystal. And, neither do I. Who are you again?
I'm out of here.
So that must be an Assassin's Creed dragon. I know that one was lame, but I had to make it. Anyone ever used the Altair robe in Metal Gear Solid 4? Where you can put it on Snake and he kinda sorta looks like a... what is it, the insurgents or the rebels in that area? That was always cool, although I don't think you can actually use it to bypass the rebels there. I think they do notice if you're wearing that as opposed to just the regular militia getup. Oh yeah, that's what they are, the militia. Alright, so we already got hit once, so I think we're kind of screwed on the perfect one. But maybe it just means you can't die, in which case we still have a chance. Alright, so we got the one dragon, and we almost got all of the gems, so it actually doesn't look like it's that complicated. I guess you just have to be careful that you don't fall off of one of the platforms, or get hit by him and end up winding over the side of a cliff. Alright, so this guy is actually smaller than I remember. I thought he'd be bigger. It's also not that dangerous because you can flame him right from under him, so it's actually pretty easy compared to the last boss. That guy was a pain. That freakish Dr. Shemp guy. I like the little setup they have here with the windmill. Kind of a quaint little look for the boss fight. So it looks like his only attack is just sending those. Yep, there we go. That was Blowhard. I guess that describes the name. He's not really any type of... But yeah, it looks like his only attack was just sending those black little rain clouds over you. I sort of remember him being tougher, but I guess it's just the jumps. In the original PS1 version, maybe the jumps were a little tricky. So here's the last gem. I think this gets us. Yep, there we go. Gather. Alright, so that was a nice little fun bit of boss fight. Oh, but we missed a skill point. Ride a Druid platform for 10 seconds. Okay, so I wonder if we should go back or just leave it for now. Just leave it in there. Because we are going to go back anyway, because we got to go back to Dark Hollow and do one... I think it's a trophy. You got to basically... I think it's either light 2 bonfires. I was going to say put out 2 bonfires. No, you got to light 2 bonfires in that stage. And then we got to do the Bulls one. And what is it, in the town stage? Cliff Town? No, not Cliff Town. Town. Alright, so you know what, let's just do this skill point right here. Because there probably is a trophy for getting all the skill points. But we already confronted him, so we don't have to worry about that. We're just gonna ride the platform for 10 seconds, like I say. Yeah, it sucks that the Resident Evil 2 demo had that time limit, because there's so much to do. There's so much to do, and you barely have any time in which to do it. And I get that they're teasing you. You know, they're making you anticipate the full game, which is coming out in 2 weeks. But come on, man, there's 3 floors in the game. You got endless rooms to explore, and they couldn't even let you have 45 minutes. It's funny, I didn't even get to the point where Marvin calls you back. I didn't even know that was a thing. Alright, so let's ride this. There we go. Skill point acquired. So now we can just exit right out of the level, and there we go. That's done. Yeah, like there were so many rooms in that demo I wanted to explore, and even the guy I was watching, he tried his hardest. He was fast, but even then, like, he still couldn't get through all the rooms. There was some he just skipped because you only got half an hour, and that takes up time. And even when you're trying to do all the puzzles and all that stuff, like, you still can't quite get it in half an hour. You can't do everything, basically. You can do some things. And he had it on, I think, on PC and the PS4, so he got 2 cracks at it. But even so, they still should have given you more time, even if it was just 15 minutes more. Alright, so we're actually gonna go back to the beginning here, because there's a trophy for hitting 4 of those metal covered guys in a row. But I think it has to be the ones here. Yeah, there they are, so you gotta get past them. Yeah, so they're all lined up, so let's see how we do this, because we've got to hit him 4 in a row. There we go. Yep, coming through. I was a little worried there for a moment that it wasn't going to pop up. But yep, there we go. So now we've officially done all the things there is to do here, except for the crystal fly stage, which is gonna suck. Oh god, I hate these stages. Well, there's no point in skipping it. Might as well just go. This is gonna be a shorter session because I don't have as much time to record. So this is gonna be a quick session, maybe 1 or 2 videos. Maybe just the 1, depending on how far I get into the next World of Beastmakers. It's only got like an hour or so to record, as well as an hour. Alright, so you know the routine. Let's just bother with getting this first. I'm gonna try to get the fairies because we're not gonna make it. We can do that afterwards when we have all the time to supply them. So I know there's a faster route, but I'm just gonna do the regular one. There's no point trying to go, you know, trying to go more quickly or more smoothly. Just do everything in order. Because it'll just give you enough time if you do it like that way. See, you can just get the. I was gonna say you can just get the treasure chest, but Spyro messed it up there. Yep. So it's the rings, the arches, the treasure chest, and the planes. So let's just do that. Oh, I wanted to get that fairy, see if I actually could get it. Because I'm thinking maybe when we're making the turns, since that's where they are. And this one's a lot more linear than the other one. The other one was kind of difficult to navigate. Maybe we can get this one. because I really don't want to go back into this stage. I hate it. Yeah, we got one. Alright, so let's see if we can get this. Probably not, because I think even that extra 2 seconds that we took to flame her... yeah, I hate these stages. It's one thing if you were racing against other competitors, but even here, like you do that in Crash, and I think you do that in Spyro at one point in the second one. But you see, even just doing the obstacles by themselves is tedious. And boring too, because it's basically trial and effort. Trial and error. Yes. Hey, we got it. But we don't have enough to actually finish the course. See, because even taking that amount of time, just taking those extra 2 seconds to flame the fairy actually costs you in the long run. And you don't make up enough times. See, there's no way you can make up enough time to actually... Alright, so we got the trophy in one go, so that's good enough. Technically we should do the planes first because they're right there, but let's just follow the order and see if we can get it done. See, what I hate is that basically they give you 2 seconds at each gate, but it takes like 3.5 for you to actually get each one. Let's just do it. A lot of going over. Let's see what happens if we just do random chaos. Yeah, we missed one plane. This should have both at time, so maybe that'll help us out. Yeah, look at that. Now we're talking. Alright, so how many? We got the rings. Alright, so we need 5 more at the gates. Hopefully just leaving that one plane will make it easier. Because now we don't have to worry about all of them. We just got that one to track down. There's the plane. Oh, and the planes give you 3 seconds each, so that helps you out a lot. There's the last gate. Now where's the treasure chest? Oh, there they are. Let's see if we can make it. Yep, we got it. Oh, but, oh, we forgot that one jackass that basically escaped. I don't know where he is now. So that was a good strategy, but we missed one, so that kind of hurt us, because then we had to look for him. We didn't have enough time. So we got the rings. We almost got all the arches. So there's the arches. Oh, and there's the one guy over there. Let's see if we can get him before time runs out. Alright, so we should be alright now, as long as we can get to the treasure chest on time. 3, finally. Sheesh. Thank God that's over with. No, I would not like to retry again. You kidding me? Alright, so we got everything there, so I think now we can move on to the Beastmaker's world. Because we did everything here. Let's take out that jackass. And this one. This guy too. And this guy just for the hell of it. And this guy. I still have no idea what those little Final Fantasy creatures are and what they're called. Like, not the ones here, but the ones, these look like they've been inspired by those Final Fantasy creatures. I still don't remember what their name is.
Thank you, Spyro, for recovering so many of our dragon eggs. Hop aboard for the Beastmaker's world if you're ready. Would you like to go?
Yep, we're going. I wish you could flame him just to see him react. So if this is the world that I think it is, this is my least favorite world in the entire game. Next to the Peacekeepers, I don't like those guys. I already explained the reasons why. I just think they're nasty and gross. Oh yeah, yeah, this is it. I can tell by the sky, it looks swampy. Yeah. Not a favorite. You're gonna die, chicken. So one thing I always noticed too in this Spyro games, if in the first one you see Spyro has pretty good flame control. Like basically in the first game on the PS1, only his neck extends when he breathes out the flame. But in the second and the third, I guess he was putting more energy into it, so you actually saw his whole body contort whenever he breathed out flame. I always wondered why they changed that little detail. Because he couldn't have grown that much in between the first and second games, you know. It's only what, like a couple of months between the first two games? Or maybe even a couple of weeks. So he didn't change that much for his voice to have deepened that much. Yeah, the reason I hate this is because of the electric floors. And there is actually a trophy for not getting electrocuted, so let's see if we can pull it off. Alright, so we got that one guy. There's the second one. I've gotta say though, they actually did make it a little more appealing. Like, the sky doesn't look quite as dark here, because that place was dark in the original PS1 version. And the swamps were, each piece of swamp was a lot closer, and the water was a lot more nasty looking, so they actually kind of improved it a bit, fixed it up. It kind of looks more like a little Ewok, something out of Donkey Kong or something, or Jack, but it looks a little bit better now. Before it just looked gross.
Nasty North is turning our swamp into an electrified junk heap. And it used to be so beautiful.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah, Spyro knows what's up. That place was never beautiful. It's a swamp. Maybe necessary, but it doesn't mean it's still not as ugly as dirt. And of course they gotta give the one swamp dragon the rural accent, that Bayou accent. Of course they have to give it to him. Yeah, so it looks like those are actually throwing out pollution into the swamp. or it's just plain swamp water. I don't know, this area is weird. It kind of looks like a combination of buildings you'd find like in Soul Reaver with that temple there, but then you also have the little treetop huts. You have the different platforms like Jack, so like even though this came before all those games, like it looks pretty similar to all of them. Basically like a patchwork of them. Those are some huge hogs. That's Hogzilla right there. You ever wonder how many of those hogs are left in the wild? Because apparently there's thousands of them just running loose around in the various swamps and forests around in the country. That's where they got the Hogzilla from. I think that one was 9 feet, but apparently they can grow anywhere from like 7 to 9 feet to 300, 400, 500 pounds, so God knows how many of those giant hogs are actually roaming around out there just looking for anything to eat. Just eating up all the land and everything they encounter. I mean, I guess they make good sport for hunters, but I've heard that some of them will just charge right through shotgun blasts, which is scary to think about. Oh, look at that Cletus.
Spyro, it's great to see you, but I gotta go.
Oh, there's only 2 of them here. Look at that, he's even got his little, not a poultry bag, but whatever that little bag is, they carry around charms of spices and stuff like that. Little stuff for magic, I guess, since their dragons are magic. Thankfully, he's not named Cletus Cassidy, like from Spider-Man. So that would be one terrifying dragon. And he's got 2 E's, so he's also not Cletus, the slack-jawed Yoko from The Simpsons. Alright, so we got Misty Bog, and we got that over there, so I think as long as we don't get electrocuted in either here or somewhere in the stages, we can still get the trophy. So let's just... Oh, this is the stage. This is the one where you have to make one of the most difficult jumps in the entire game, so I'm not sure I want to tackle that one first. Well, let's save that for later. I don't want to do that right now because it's basically just rounds and rounds of you going around the treetop village, basically just trying to make that jump, because you won't make it the first time. It'll take you like 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 tries to get it, and then there's another jump you have to do too to get a dragon that's far away, and you have to activate a whirlwind. So it's all kinds of crap you have to do. I don't feel like doing that right now. Hell no. Oh no, wait. No, you got treetops. Oh, no, this is the one that's... This is the stage where you make all the jumps. Because I remember now the trophy said make the jump in treetop. Alright, so we're gonna go to Terrace Village then. It's the first stage. Yeah, can you tell I haven't played this game in years? It's been so long I get the stages confused. What's that? Is that a mutated plant or is it... No, I guess that's a luminescent plant. I've never seen one of those in real life. Have you? I think they're kind of cool looking. I mean, I know Metal Gear Solid 3 makes them look cool, but has anyone ever actually seen one of those bioluminescent mushrooms or plants in real life?